I feel like as humans, we need to stop making life so complicated because we're too used to always focusing on the wrong things in life. Do you not notice how we always think about the negative stuff before we think about the positives? Like we could have an amazing day where we went out, we did a lot of things, but one negative thing that happened, that's what we focus on the most. That's what we dwell on the most, and that's what we make the highlight of our day. And that's what destroys us as humans. That's what makes our life seems more complicated than it actually is. That's why I feel like as humans, we need to just take it down a notch. We need to realize that we're meant to be focusing on the right things, and we need to realize that our life isn't as hard as it seems to be. Like it genuinely is. You'd be surprised how simple your life is because there are people around the world who have a complicated life, and you might think your life is complicated, but you just haven't met those other people. Your life is a gift. Your life is a prize. It's something you have to fulfill, and it's something you have to make that's worth living. You can't spend your whole life focusing on the negatives. You can't spend your whole life focusing on the wrong things because that's not how you fulfill your life, and that's not the right way to actually live a really peaceful life. Life is simple. We live, we achieve the things we want to do, we make friends, we might have children, we might get married and whatnot. Life is simple, but the things that make it complicated is the negatives, it's the problems, it's the issues. It's those three things that all mean the same thing that make our life so complicated. But those three things aren't as complicated as it seems because everyone experiences them. They're all normal. We can't live a normal life if we don't experience them, because if you're a person who's happy all the time, the value of happiness would decrease. Whereas if you're someone who's happy every once in a while, let's say you've been sad for like a whole week and then you experience like a day full of happiness, that happiness, you'll prioritize that. That's a day you won't forget. Whereas if you're someone who's happy every single day, every day is a blessing for you can't value every single one of those days because all those days are the same thing. So happiness is something you've got to value. It's something that it's not like you can experience it for the rest of your life because we will always face negatives. It doesn't matter what you do to try and get rid of them or to limit them because they will always come back. The only thing you can ever do is limit them and to stop them coming so frequently. But you must understand that dwelling on the negatives is what sets you back. Experiencing them is normal. All those problems coming up to you are normal, but how it affects you is what matters the most, because how it affects you depends on how you react to it. What you say, what you do, how you feel about that negative is what determines how your life is going to be. It's what determines how you're going to feel and how you may perceive certain things. Because if it's a negative that doesn't stop you from where you want to be in life, it's a negative that doesn't stop you from like actually living a decent life, then that's what you shouldn't focus on. Because negatives are there to take you down. Negatives are there to make your life more complicated than it is. And the only reason it's taking you down is because you're allowing it. So you need to control your negatives. You're the one who controls how you want to feel about things, because the negatives are what makes your life complicated and you control your life. Therefore, you need to control what it is that's affecting your life. So let's say, for example, you're someone with goals to achieve. You want to be successful, you want to have a good amount of friends, you want people who are always there for you and you want to be there for people. But you experience negativity. Your negativity could be anything, by the way. Like, I can't say what specifically because we all suffer from different things. But if you were in this position and there was a negative thing that just kept taking you down and kept pulling you back, you've got to say to yourself that you're living your life for the sake of you. You're doing everything for the sake of you, nobody else. You don't have a dream to fulfill someone else's. You have a dream to fulfill that's for you. So if you're the one who controls your life, you're the one who determines where you want to be in the future, you have to control whatever it is that tries to pull you back. You have to stop it. It's like a rope that's dragging you back. You need to cut it, because that's what stops you from reaching your potential. That's what makes your journey to success a lot slower, and that's the main reason why a lot of people quit in life. Like, for example, you might want to study more for your test, but you quit because you can't stop thinking about a negative, or you're trying to work to your goals. Say you're training for basketball or whatever, but you quit the training and you're just like, oh, I can't focus because of that negative. It's always the negative that stops you, always. So you've got to understand that that negative is your disease. It's the thing that's consuming you, and it's the thing that's taking you down. So you have to control that, because not many people around the world can control it. So many people around this world are too used to allowing negativity to come around and take them down. But you can't be that person. You have to be the different one. You have to be the one who controls what goes on in their life instead of allowing things to enter and take them down. That's what makes your life more complicated. It's that simple. Negativity. Because without negativity in the picture, can your life be complicated? How can your life be complicated? Because it could be, but negativity is literally it's the boulder that makes your life complicated. It's that big stone that it's just standing over your head ready to crush you. That's what makes your life complicated, and that's what you need to control. So if you want to live a less complicated life, you need to control that negativity. You need to stop allowing it to affect you. You might not be able to stop it, but you can stop how you feel about it. You can control your emotions. You can tell yourself, I don't have time to think about this shit. I don't have time to allow things to take me down when I have things to achieve. So by all means, guys, that's literally the highlight of this video. Your life isn't as complicated as it seems. You're just making it seem like that way. So if you want to live a less complicated life, if you want your life to be stress-free and relaxed, control any negativity that enters. It could come in the future, it might already be here, but you control it. You control your emotions, you control your feelings, and you tell yourself you don't have any time to allow anything to stop you from getting to where you want to be and experiencing the emotions you want to experience. So thank you all so much for watching. Comment down below if you need help with anything, because I will reply to every single comment. It's going to be all from me. Have a good day.